Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, welcome. If you're returning, hello. So in today's video, I'm going to be speaking about how I have a healthy work and life balance, and also how I manage stress whilst being a social worker. So this topic is stemming from someone who commented, and she commented, hey lovely, congrats on the new job, hope it's all going well. I'm currently doing my ASYE and would love to know how you manage stress in social work, balancing lifestyle and the demands of the role, like traveling. Currently doing a trip a month to get over the stress. I'm looking forward to your future videos. So thank you so much for your comment. And I love this question because it's something I'm always speaking about with my colleagues, friends, social worker friends, family, how I just manage, I guess, the day-to-day life of a social worker. So as I always say to people, one of my favorite mottos or my favorite sayings is, you choose your battles. And for me, I choose my battles in this life. I don't like to be too stressed. I know myself really well. I know what my triggers are. I know what stress looks like for me. And when I do find myself in a stressful area, there are some things that I do just to help manage that. So one of those things is, you know, your health. So whether that be me changing my diet, making sure that I'm eating healthy, going to the gym so that I'm, you know, having that time to just release during the week. Another thing as well, I would say, as a social worker, you really need to know how to manage your time. So managers will always say, you know, manage your time, manage your timetable, manage your calendar, right? But sometimes it can be quite difficult when you've just got a lot going on in your cases, so much so that it can trickle into everyday life. Even, you know, I don't know, I'm the type of person, I digest quite a lot of information. So sometimes I'll even be on weekends thinking about what has been going on throughout the week, and I can find it difficult sometimes to shut off. But another one of my sayings is, you know, what do I always say? I say that I don't work to live, I live to work. And me saying that is simply saying that I make whatever job I have work for me, and if it's no longer working for me, then it's not really something that's for me. I'm young, I'm not trying to be stressed, old, grey, having bags under my eyes, being depleted, because how can you do a job effectively if you're not okay within yourself? And sometimes people won't point these things out to you. You have to be able to recognize it for yourself. In terms of traveling, so if you've been following me for a while, I'm always probably talking about a holiday. I've got a few coming up and I'm so excited. But how I manage, I guess, my schedule in terms of traveling is the same way. If I know I've got a holiday in a few weeks, then I'm already looking at what work I can start doing early. Whether I've got an assessment to do, where can I start that a bit early so that I'm not, you know, tied down with work or trying to finish things off when I come back. Equally though, I have been on a few holidays and I've come back and work hasn't been covered. So I don't go day to day trying to, as much as I do want to have good performance and finish my task list, work is always going to be there at the end of the day. So I try to not have that social work guilt of, oh, my cases, my young people. I can only do what I can do within the time frame that I'm there, which leads on to another point. You need to have boundaries. So if I'm working a 9 to 5 and I'm 9:30 to 5:30, whatever it may be, that is my cut-off time. If I go over a bit throughout the day, whether that be I've got things to do or I'm, you know, doing my visits, then so be it. I do not work on weekends. I do not log in before the allocated time. I try to log out as best as I can when I'm finished for the day. You have to be very boundaried as a social worker, because you can just find yourself getting burnt out much quicker or much easier than ideally you should be. Another thing I would say in terms of having a healthy work and life balance, just day-to-day life, managing as a social worker, you have to know your why. I think I'm going into my 5th year now as a social worker, and from a lot of the social workers I've worked with, a lot of people can get very lost in a job. I think it's very important for you as an individual to know what direction you're going in, but most importantly, why you're going in that direction. So whether that be you've just come out of university, you're just in jobs because you're just trying to get experience and see what you like, whether that be you're in a job for a certain period of time, maybe because you have a mortgage, maybe because you have kids, you've got dependents. You should always know what your focus is, and that will help you, I guess, manage whatever role you're in, whether that be looked after children, CP, leaving care, MASH, whatever role you're in. You should always know the purpose of why you're in a place. For me personally, I've always got things that I'm looking towards. So even now in my current new role that I'm going to speak to you guys about in my next video, because how I've ended up here is, yeah, but we'll talk about that in another video. I've got a very clear direction in terms of where I'm heading, the reasons why I'm still in practice, because I might soon be out of practice, but we will talk about that in my next video. And yeah, I think it's really important to know your whys in life. I guess speaking a bit more about the traveling side of it, depending on what your position is, whether you're a permanent worker, it can be very difficult to get leave. If you're the type of person that likes to go around, I would say utilize bank holidays, utilize your weekends for traveling, so you're not taking too much time out. But managers tend to not like that. They will either suggest that you take a sabbatical or a career break if that's something you want to do. Whereas when you're agency, like me, you know, if you don't work, you don't get paid, but equally you still have to plan in advance for your leave as well. But I would say in terms of managing stress, you have to know what makes you stressed. You have to know yourself very well before getting into this role. You have to also know what kind of things makes you relax. For me, I like to go to the gym, I like to spend time with friends. Sometimes I just like to have a quiet weekend where I'm not doing much, or go and get a massage or go shopping. You have to know ways that I guess you can relax and do these things regularly. So even like a monthly maintenance, whether that's getting your hair done, getting your nails done, these things factor in to everyday life and you're not even realizing, but you need to take regular and frequent moments to relax. So sometimes that may even be looking at ordering food. I know like some people, you know, bang out Uber Eats, but sometimes it looks like not cooking that evening if it means that it's going to allow you to relax and have a relaxing evening. Maybe you need to run a bath. So it's not really a specific question I can answer for everyone because everyone is very different. But I would say just know yourself, and in you knowing yourself and learning yourself better, it will help you in the role that you're in. And before I go, I would say another area, I guess, to just manage stress is in supervision. Depending on the type of manager that you have, not everyone has an exceptional manager, unfortunately. But utilizing and venting, having a safe space at work where you can actually speak about what's going on, whether that be with your colleagues, but having that space, that safe space where you can actually share what's going on with you. But if any of you have any more questions that you want me to answer, just comment down below and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.